You are now watching from a winner's view.
Winner's view.
Back with Umar Musah for the third time. We kind of like Vlad and Bootsy right now. So we do a little more catching up. Let's talk about the beginning of the year.
Yeah, the beginning of the year 2023.
Uh-huh.
I had big plans. I mean, it didn't start off how I wanted it to start off, but I mean, I feel like everything happened for a reason. That whatever happened in the beginning of the year made me a better man, a better fighter.
And you had a chance to, it's like towards the end of the year, so you really had a chance to reflect on it. Like you started off the beginning of the year with back-to-back losses.
Yeah.
How did that set the tone? For the year?
As a fighter, you never dream or think about losing a fight. So, like I said before in my previous interview, a loss can either break you or make you, and it was one of those. It was one of those that those two losses like broke me, like for real. Those two losses broke me. While I believed in my skills and my abilities, I believed I prepared for both fights, and then I went in there and I couldn't perform how I'm supposed to, how I was supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any doubt at any time after those two?
Especially after the first loss, I fought a kid down in North Carolina, which I feel like I'm way better than, but I just didn't perform, so I came back. I mean, I had a one-on-one conversation with myself. I like to conversate with myself, be honest with myself, and then that it was one of those moments where I got to ask I was like, had to question myself, like, do you really belong? Like those back-to-back losses. It was just one of those moments where I had to have a one-on-one conversation with myself, be honest with myself, like, do I really belong? Can I do this? Which kind of I was like down. I was down. I told myself, man, that's it. I won't gonna keep doing it. Like,
so what was it that made you change? Like it went from I'm not gonna do this no more to I'm gonna go ahead and persevere.
I mean, I got a good team around me. I got some of the best coaches, not just coaches, like people like yourself, like just people around talking to me, like, hey, that's part of life. My dad, my mom, my brother, So that's when all those people, their role comes in play. Like, hey, so they talked to me. I came back in the gym, which I mean, I was like we had 2 weeks to prepare for the Golden Gloves, and
this was the Golden Gloves in DC?
Yeah, the Golden Glove in DC. So, okay, I just took a loss, and my coach Tyler's taking me to the Golden Glove, so he really believes in me, He took me out there. I fought. I lost. It was a tough loss, but that fight specifically showed me, I lost, but it showed me who I was, and it made me know I really got what it takes. So it wasn't just a loss as a loss, it was a lesson in a loss, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so it was a stumbling block, but also a stepping stone at the same time.
Yeah, because I fought a kid with a whole lot of fights, a whole lot of experience, and I held my own. It was one of those fights that after the fight, a lot of different coaches was talking to me like, hey, you did good. And some people even thought I won, but deep down I know I didn't win, but I definitely showed I belong. I can do something with these top guys. So yeah, that's when it clicked. So
it was a mind shift after that fight.
After that fight. It was a loss, but it was a loss that made me realize, like, I really got what it takes,
So what happened after that? You had a second loss under your belt.
Yeah.
But now your mind shifted and you said, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, you know.
So how did you move forward from there?
Okay, so I'm gonna answer that question, but there's the thing with what a lot of people don't understand in amateur boxing, right?
Winner's view.